Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, aka Color Fusion Crochet, and today I want to just go over a couple of beginner friendly beanie patterns because it is beanie season. So I actually started making some hats a couple weeks ago, and I found a couple patterns that I really liked that I did want to share with you. So I will be linking the names of the patterns below. And I thought that these were like pretty cool looking and just very easy to make. They're like very cute. So we're gonna get right into it. There was the one though that I did make that I actually sent off to my friend yesterday in the mail, so I don't have that one at the moment, but it was a really cute pattern and it's more like guy friendly, I guess. You know, it has a little bit more of a masculine look to it, I guess, if you want to put it like that. So yes, definitely beginner friendly. So let's start off with the first hat pattern that I made, which was the very first one. It's called the Great Lakes Beanie by Miss B's Crochet. And it is very simple to make, and I'm trying to see, does this say it's beginner friendly? So this one says advanced beginner, so which that's fine, and I can say yes, it probably is advanced beginner because this particular pattern, here's the hat and this is what the pattern looks like, but it requires you to do front and back post double crochet, but it makes for a really cool looking pattern hat. And I absolutely love this color that I made. And it's size adjustable, so you can make, I believe she has all the sizes in here. From preemie to adult extra large. So like there's a vast size reference to choose from, so that's really, really cool. But this is the pattern, and I thought this hat came out so nice. I didn't have a pom on this one. I made another one and I actually have the pom on that one, but of course, guess who wanted it? My mother. So I gave her that one. I have to make another one because it is listed on my Etsy. And I made this one because I love this color, and I have to take photos of this one too and post it on my Etsy as well. But look at the detail in that pattern. I love the ribbing around this part here, around the band. Like that is so cute. And then just the pattern itself, it's really like, it looks detailed, but to me, it's pretty easy to do. But it does say, like I said, advanced beginner. So that was the first hat that I made. And then for the pom, I don't have like the furry pom, so I was just using the yarn. And then I got these pom-pom makers from Michael's. I picked this up from Michael's, and that's how I made the little pom. So the second hat is, where did it go? Here it goes. It is the Chunky Granny Stitch hat. And I like this one because I feel like because it used chunky yarn that it went very quickly, like it worked up very quickly. And here is the pattern. The pattern is by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. And she has like tons of hat patterns. In fact, I just saw another one that I wanted to get. It's of her, I think it was the waffle stitch hat pattern, but it looks so cute and I really want to make one of those. So I think I'm going to get that one as well. But yes, this is the pattern, and these are what the hats look like. Before I continue, I did mean to mention the kind of yarn that I use. So for this, this hat, I had used Premier Basic, which is just a worsted weight yarn, and I believe you just needed 2 different sized hooks to make this hat. So you needed one size for the band, and I think it was a 5.5 for the band and a 6 for the body, and it's worked from the band to the body like up. So that's this hat. The next one, that Chunky Granny Stitch hat, I made a gray one and it came out like so freaking cute. I love this pattern because it's so easy. Like if you guys know about granny stitches, it is the most mindless stitch to do and it's so simple and it's very beginner friendly. So this one, and I said it, like I said, it worked up pretty quickly. Like once you get through the band probably takes the longest in my opinion, but once you get through the band and get onto the body, it works up like so fast, because I was like, man, it's seeming to be done like really quickly, and it was. So, and it comes out so cute. Again, made the palm with the palm maker. And for this hat I used, which I picked up from Michael's as well, the Karen Macchiato Cakes, and this is a bulky 5. So I believe that pattern does call for a chunky yarn. Yeah, bulky 5. And I also got other cute, yes, mama, goodness gracious. Somebody's vocal this morning. I also got 2 different other colors that are so pretty. Here, let me show you guys really quickly. I'm just gonna get off topic for 2 seconds, but of course we were at the yarn store, so we had to pick up some more yarn because they were new and they were just sitting there looking so pretty. So why not? So this is the other Karen Cakes one, Macchiato Cakes. Look how pretty this yarn is, y'all. I love teal. If you're gonna get to know me, my favorite color is teal. So yes, and it's so funny. I always think about my best friend too, because hers is purple, and for whatever reason, a lot of times when colors are put together, purple and teal go so good together, and this is purple in it and teal as well. But how cute. This one is called Turbo Turquoise. Oh my god, I try to say that 5 times fast. Turbo Turquoise. Okay. And then this one, look how cute this is. I had to get this. I love this one too. Again, Karen Macchiato Cakes, and the color is Vivid Violet. And then for that gray one, this one is Grayscale for the gray. So those are the yarns that I picked up specifically to do a couple of these hats in a couple of different colors. So I will be working on a couple of those, and maybe I'll make another video that's like how many granny stitch hats can I make maybe in a day or something like that. So that was that. But yes, super beginner friendly. Like I said, the longest part of this hat probably is the band, just the ribbing, but it's so worth it because look at the detail on that. Like, it's so cute. I absolutely love it. And I will also link where I get my tags from in the description as well. It's Tangerine 8. You can find her on Etsy, but I like these tags. I feel like they're a pretty good size and pretty good quality, so that's where I get the tags from. Now the next hat pattern that I made, let me pull it up really quickly, and this is the one that I feel like is more, I guess, like guy friendly. You know, so it doesn't look so, you know, womanly on a guy, I guess. I'm trying to be correct here, okay? Please, nobody come for me in the comments. I don't want no trouble. Okay, so it's the Cobblestone Crochet Beanie, and again, it's by MJ's Off the Hook Designs, and here are what the beanies look like. And I'll kind of bring this one a little closer so you can see, because I don't have the actual physical one. This is the one that I actually sent off in the mail. But again, this one, the skill level is easy, and I'll agree with that because it's very simple. You're just working this pattern in half double crochets, which is fairly simple, and working the band. For this one, I will say the band takes a little bit longer because it's a longer band because it's meant to be flipped up, like the brim is meant to be flipped up. So it does take a little bit longer to work, but like, again, it is so worth it. The detail on this hat pattern is so cute. And it's more of a solid body because you know how the like granny stitches, you have the holes in it. This pattern in particular, you don't really, it's pretty solid, and you know, for wintertime that's good because sometimes you don't always want to have holes in your hats, but either way, they're still gonna be warm. So that is that pattern as well. And I just use, I actually use I made it a really pretty green color, and this is Deep Forest by Loops and Threads. It's impeccable acrylic. So this pattern, it calls for a weight for yarn. Let me make sure that is correct information. See, and I think this is why I say what I say, because she has a picture of someone on here where it's a guy and it looks really nice on him. I feel like it's more fitting for him. But let's see. It does call for scissors. Yes, well, 100% acrylic, which usually is a weight 4, but I made mine in a weight 4 and it came out really nice. Yes, and all of these hats have multiple size ranges, from a baby to a large adult. And I know for this pattern though, in particular, this hat pattern is actually worked from the top down, which for me, it was a little bit like I'd rather work from the band up, but I mean, it was still easy to do. It just, for me, I feel like it's a little bit more easier to adjust sizing if I'm working from the band up. So I know, like on that first teal hat that I showed you, this one here, this is work from the band up. And I actually have, like, I had to adjust and make the band actually larger than what the pattern called for, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, I have a big head and I don't know, or maybe just my tension when I crochet is a little tight, but either way, I know I got a big head. That's fine. I had to make it a little bit bigger, and I think it was just easier to do that way. Whereas like when you're working from the top down, you kind of have to figure out how many more stitches you might need to add to make it the correct size, and then, you know, start working on the brim. But yeah, so these ones start from the band. Same with this granny square hat. This one starts from the band up. So I do like that fact. I like that these are like actually fitted. I'm not gonna put it on my head right now. I really don't want to mess up my hair. But I do have like these little styrofoam heads that are coming. Actually, I have the one smaller head. I ordered these like styrofoam mannequins from Amazon, so that way I could like take pictures of my hats on something besides me. So I ordered the one that was like a more like woman styrofoam head, but it's kind of on the small side. So I actually ended up ordering the one that looks like a guy, because it looks like the head is like bigger, like more true to size of a hat. And like on the women styrofoam one, like when I put the hats on, there is like some, I guess, like space left at the top, whereas that's not exactly how it fits. It's more like fitted like to your head. So if I grab the women one really quickly, I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So give me 1 second. Okay, here is our styrofoam mannequin model for our hats, but I think her head is just kind of narrow. I don't know, maybe we both have narrow heads. I don't know, but look at how much larger my head seems compared to hers. Anyway, let's put on the gray one, because this is the one that I feel like I could get to look fairly decent on her head. But then there's just like the little bit like left at the top. Like there's space, like it's kind of bunched at the top, whereas like in reality, it's not really, because I put it on my head. And maybe it could be because I feel like, well, I guess obviously all head sizes are different. So you might have a little bit of bunching at the top, depending on how big or small your head is. I know for me though, it's more fitted and I like it that way. I like the hats to be more fitted. So that's what it looks like on the mannequin here. Very, very cute. I love that. And then the blue one, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This blue one though, doesn't really fit like I want it to. The way it fits is just kind of too loose on her head. And I feel like on the other one that's gonna come in the mail, it's gonna be a lot more fitted because it's a bigger head. See, on hers, it still looks okay. It looks pretty decent, but this is like, literally if you press down on this, this is like bunched right here. Like there's still some space and it's gonna be like a more fitted beanie, I feel like, depending on your head size. Or it could be just a little bit loose, but look how cute that is. I love that. Oh my gosh, I do. That is so, so cute. I wish you guys could have seen that other one that I made because that one came out really cute and it had a palm too. So yeah, this video blog is kind of going to be a little short today, but I just wanted to share because I know that the winter season is coming and everybody is wanting to make like hats and scarves and cardigans and all that. So like I said, I think in the next video that I make, I'm probably going to make more of these granny stitch style hats because I said they work, like I said, they work up very, very quickly and I want to make it in those other colors and they're going to be so, so cute. So that is what is going to be coming soon. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope you liked it and hopefully it's giving you a little inspiration to start some hats for the season. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.